So somehow they think culling 200,000 cows is going to save the planet? I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff in my 50 years coming out of politicians' mouths. But this has got to be, no, actually, the US Senator who thought Guam, the island of Guam, was going to tip over if it was overpopulated. Now that was... So to me it's pretty crazy because one cow of ours feeds our family of 5 for a year of red meat. So if you're going to cull 200,000 cows from Ireland, the island, did 200,000 people or 200,000 families suddenly stop eating red meat? Now for us, say we got rid of our cows to try and save the planet. Wouldn't make a huge impact on stuff. We'd be going to the grocery store and now relying on that food chain. But imagine if 200,000 people now lost their local source of meat. Not only are the prices going to jump, but now you're going to have to source that meat from somewhere else. It's going to be shipped into a little island because people are still eating meat. Brazil's going, don't worry, we'll cut down some more rainforest, we'll make room for 200,000 more cows, and then we'll cut down some more to make room for hay and, you know, more factories to be able to process this, and we'll get some more shipping containers, the refrigerated ones, and we'll ship you your meat over. It'll be okay. It'll be more environmentally friendly than you doing everything locally, because again, I don't think they've changed their eating habits that drastically. You know, I'd suggest scaling down to a more local, sustainable, regenerative kind of solution, but you know, no one makes big money off of that. You have to look at every action, and every action has a consequence, and removing 200,000 cows, culling them, getting rid of them from an island, what are the consequences of that? It's not going to be saving the planet. In my opinion, it's going to be making matters worse. And of course, that's just my opinion. But for us, when we harvest a cow, I mean, it goes 50 feet over to our shelter and then another 50 feet over to the house. We don't need refrigerated shipping containers. We don't need transport trucks. We don't need trains. We don't need huge freighters traveling around the world and then dumping their ballast into precious, you know, here I go, just ranting again. And then for us too, the manure from here goes into our food forest, which again produces oxygen for the planet. It produces food for us. So again, our food isn't transport. Oh, that whole transportation, the whole thing, like, it just gets me going. And I'm not an environmentalist. I'm not a biologist or a scientist, or I haven't even researched it. But, you know, it's just my views coming from someone who has raised their own meat for the last 3 years. I mean, isn't there a better solution in Ireland, like taxing meat? That worked in Canada and US, stopping people smoking and drinking and working with income tax. Oh, that's not really a good idea though. Maybe an example would be like what some politicians have done to Canadian oil and gas. So now we buy everything from Saudi Arabia, other countries. That's environmentally friendly. That will save the planet. I really don't know what the solution is, but I know that, again, with every action comes a consequence. And sometimes I don't think people have looked at the consequences of the actions that they're proposing to take. Anyway, that's my political rant. That's my kind of 2 cents on the matter. If you think I'm wrong, get down there and leave a comment and let me know, because I'd love to have my brain just opened and expanded and, you know,